Hey guys, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on grammar, specifically word order in questions. And now, this is intended for intermediate students. That doesn't mean that if you're a beginner, you can't learn something through this video, or if you're an advanced student, you can't do the activities. Of course you can. You can watch the video, do the activities, improve your English skills or reinforce some existing English skills that you already have. But primarily, it's intended for intermediate level students. All right, so let's jump right into it. Let's get into what word order in questions are exactly. Let me get myself out the way here. All right, so we make questions. Let me make it a little bit bigger here. There we go. We make questions with the verb be and can by inverting the verb and the subject. For example, you see right here, she is a teacher. How do we create the question? We take the is, put it over here, and the she, we put it over here. We invert it. So instead of saying she is, we say is she, because we just inverted it. Right? Is she a teacher? He can drive. Can he drive? Because we change it. We invert the order. All right? Super simple. Now, remember to have your notebook available. So have pencil and paper or a pen. Always have paper or a notebook and a pen, preferably a notebook, because I always recommend students have everything that they write down in one place, in one notebook, and write everything down. I know we're living in 2024 where everybody just types everything on the computer or on their phone, but if you write it down the old-fashioned way, the traditional way, pencil and paper, it's going to help you memorize the information much better. Right? Also, make sure everything is in one place, one notebook dedicated to English. That's where you're going to have all the new vocabulary, the grammar, the pronunciation, the expressions, everything that you learn and everything that you practice in English goes in one place so that you can go back and review it anytime you want. So have your notebook and pencil out, ready to copy everything. Okay, guys? So that is the first rule. Super, super easy. All we do is invert the subject and the verb to be or can. Right? Super easy. Some examples. Let's come over here. Questions with be and can. Are you hungry? This should be a question. I forgot the question mark. Are you hungry? Verb to be, subject, and the complement. Is there a bank near here? Verb to be, the subject, and the complement. Can I sit here? So we put can first, then the subject. What was that noise? Where were you born? In this case, we are putting WH questions. So we have these WH questions. Whenever you have a WH question, which is who, what, when, where, etc. There are more. How, which. These WH questions go before the verb to be or can. All right, so these are some examples. Remember, if you need to pause the video and copy these examples down, do so. Perfect. All right, good. Next one, use this word order. Auxiliary, subject, base form. Example, did you go out last night? Or, if it has a question word, auxiliary, subject, and base form. Where did you go? Right, so these are the examples. In this case, we need the auxiliary, which is do or does. In the past, did. Did you go out last night? So we need the auxiliary plus the subject plus the verb and the complement. Did you go out last night? All right. Now, if you put a question word, then you have to put it before the auxiliary. So you have the WH question plus the auxiliary plus the subject and then the verb. WH question, auxiliary, subject, verb. Where did you go? Did you go out last night? Where did you go? All right, remember, pause the video if you need to and take notes. Some examples. Let's come over here, get myself out the way. Questions with do, does, did in simple present and simple past. It's important to take notes because we're going to practice in 1 minute. So we have the question word, where, when, what. We have the auxiliary, do, did, does, did. That's the auxiliary. The subject, you, your sister. There should be, right here. There should be an R here. It's a typo. YOUR, your sister work. Where does your sister work? When did you start studying English? What did they talk about? What did they talk about? This is the formula. WH question plus auxiliary plus the subject and the base form of the verb. Live, take, work, start, talk. All of this is the complement. All right, so that's the complement. That's extra information. Extra information, extra information, extra information. But this is how we create these questions in simple present and simple past. So far, so good. Remember, pause the video if you need to. Take notes in your notebook. All right, so let's practice. That's the best way to actually memorize the material, learn the material. It's a really quick, fast explanation. So let's go straight to the practice part. In the very first activity, we're going to look at the highlighted phrases in questions 1 through 6. So if we come in here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have the highlighted phrases that you have to focus on. What are you going to do? Basically, you're going to correct the mistakes. Right? So some of these sentences are correct. And if it's correct, you're just going to put a check mark like this. Right? Just check it. It's correct. Can you play a musical instrument? No problem. It's correct. No mistakes. You have to decide, is it correct or incorrect? If it's incorrect, you need to write the correct form. All right? So for this, you need to take out your notebook and copy everything in your notebook. So pause the video, copy this, and complete the activity before we check it and correct it together. So go ahead, pause the video, copy, and complete the activity. Ready? All right, remember, you got to do the work, guys. So let's see. Number 1 is correct. Can you play a musical instrument? No problem. Number 2, where works your father? Where does your father work? And I'll just write it over here. Where does your father work? Where does your father work? Number 3, were you at this school last year? Were you at this school last year? That's correct. No mistakes. Number 4, is there a supermarket near here? That's correct. Number 5, have you cereal for breakfast? So here it would be, did you have cereal for breakfast? Did you have cereal for breakfast? Number 6, where went you for your last vacation? Where did you go for your last vacation? Put the where over here. Where did you go for your last vacation? Where did you go for your last vacation? Did you get it correct, guys? So far, so good? All right, excellent. So let me erase that, and we're going to jump straight to the last couple activities here. What do we have to do? What are the missing words in the second questions? All right, so you'll notice here, for example, we have the present and we also have the past, simple present and simple past. Let's begin with the simple present. All right, here, you make it a little bit bigger in case the subtitles are blocking part of it. Okay, so in the present, do you drink a lot of tea or coffee? How many cups a day? Do you go to a gym? What gym? The next one, do you sleep well? How many hours? What you have to do is open your notebook, copy this information, the sentences, and complete the questions in the correct form. All right, now here there should be a question mark. It's a little mistake. That's a question mark. All right, so go ahead and complete this information. Pause the video, copy, and complete, and then we're going to check it together. Ready? Okay, so let's do it. Let's see. Do you drink a lot of tea or coffee? How many cups do you drink a day? How many cups do you drink a day? Do you go to a gym? What gym do you go to? What gym do you go to? So do you go to the gym? What gym do you go to? Do you sleep well? How many hours do you sleep? That's a P. Let me erase it and write it better so it looks nicer. There we go. So how many hours do you sleep? How many hours do you sleep? Do you play games on your phone? What games do you play? What games do you play? Do you like watching sport on TV? There should be an S here. Sports. Do you like watching sports on TV? What sports do you watch? What sports do you watch? All right, how did you do, guys? So? Pretty good? It's just a matter of practice. So far, so good. So remember, take out your notebook and copy everything. Let me erase here. All right, and we'll do the last activity here, which is the past. So same thing. Did you go to bed last night? Late last night? What time? Bed. This is a question. I forgot the question mark, but it's a question. Did you cook lunch or dinner yesterday? What? Blah, 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 blah. Did you go for a walk at the weekend? You can say at the weekend or on the weekend. And where? Blah, 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 blah. Did you see a good film last week? What film? Blah, 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 blah. Did you buy any clothes last month? What? Blah, 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 blah. It's the same as the previous activity, but now it's in the simple past. So same thing. Open your notebook, pause the video, and copy this activity and complete it. All right, and then we're going to check it. So go ahead there. Ready? Okay, so let's do it. Did you go to bed late last night? What time did you go to bed? What time did you go to bed? Did you cook lunch or dinner yesterday? What did you cook? What did you cook? Did you go for a walk at the weekend? Where did you walk? Where did you walk? Did you see a good film last week? What film did you see? Did you buy any clothes last month? What clothes did you buy? What clothes did you buy? Or you can just say, what did you buy? What clothes did you buy? Or what did you buy? All right. So how do I find the verbs? Well, because the verbs are up here. So go, go, cook, cook, walk, walk, see, see, buy, buy. All right. So far, so good. Remember, copy in your notebook. Take notes, as many notes as possible. The more you copy, the better you're going to improve your English skills. So let me go ahead and erase this. And we're going to finish up there for this video, guys. It was a really easy, short activity. Every video that I'm going to start putting out is going to be focusing on a new aspect. Like I said, whether it's pronunciation or vocabulary or reading or grammar, speaking, expressions, writing maybe, all these different aspects that I'm going to be rolling out. So make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you receive the notifications every time there's a new video that I create. And make sure to hit the like button. If you have any questions or anything, just comment below and I'll see if I can answer the questions as fast as possible. All right, guys. So good job. All done. And I'll see you guys in the next video.